The latest iPhone 15 Pro has made so much noise that the question of whether or not to buy a traditional camera has become more relevant than ever. So in this video, we're gonna once and for all figure out whether it's worth spending a lot of money on a brand new iPhone 15 Pro or whether it's better to aim for a more professional camera. Before I start analyzing the specifics of one camera system or another, I think we should refresh the iPhone's camera specs. The main module is a 48 megapixel sensor, while the telephoto and wide-angle cameras have a resolution of 12 megapixels. The same goes for the front camera, and I suggest we completely ignore the iPhone's photo capabilities and focus solely on videos. All iPhone cameras record 4K 60 FPS video, which will be more than enough for YouTube. In addition, there are several interesting shooting modes, such as action mode and slow motion. This is quite enough for recording almost everything with comfort. As I already said before, the iPhone 15 Pro's camera system is the most versatile for any situation without a clear emphasis on anything specific. In this regard, it somewhat resembles professional cameras, for example this Sony FX3 that I use to record all my videos. I don't think there is any particular point in listing the specs of this camera. I will simply say that from a technical point of view, this camera is much more sophisticated and capable than the iPhone. But will you feel the difference? If we talk about convenience and versatility, that's where you will definitely feel the difference. The iPhone 15 Pro is small, fits in your palm, weighs almost nothing, and takes great videos out of the box. A normal camera itself takes up more space and also requires interchangeable lenses. You will have to carry a bag with different lenses, each of which you need to buy separately, and to buy these lenses, you need to have some knowledge because often the quality of the video depends on the lens you use, not on the sensor. You can shoot with an iPhone in handheld mode, and if you ever need additional stabilization, you can always buy an external stabilizer. Even with such an external stabilizer, the weight and size of the whole assembly will be much smaller than that of the camera. For stabilizing videos from a camera, you need to either buy a camera with in-body stabilization or a lens with built-in stabilization, and I'm not even talking about the size and cost of external stabilizers for cameras. And a few more words about convenience before moving on to the video quality and features. As someone who makes videos for a living, it is very important for me to be able to easily and quickly transfer files to a laptop, to a computer. With a camera, everything is pretty simple. You just insert a memory card into it, which then migrates to a laptop. Easy and simple. Well, what about the iPhone 15 Pro? In fact, the situation is not much more complicated here. Since the iPhone now uses USB Type-C, you can directly connect external storage devices to it. Therefore, I can connect the same memory card through an adapter or an external hard drive, and then the video recording will take place in a specific folder on this hard drive, which can then simply be inserted into the laptop. And I can't really decide which of the two options is better. The option with a memory card and a camera requires manual copying of files to a laptop to edit the video itself, and the speed of memory cards sometimes may not be enough for comfortable editing, especially if the videos are recorded in 4K. If you have a goal of making your workflow as straightforward as possible, the iPhone 15 Pro can be more convenient. You just take it out of your pocket, connect an external drive, shoot what you need, connect the drive to your laptop, and edit directly from the drive. This way you can save a decent amount of time on copying files, and to streamline the whole video creation process even further, you need to choose the right video editor. The right video editor should be easy to learn but have tons of features. And Movavi video editor is just like that. It has both familiar tools and many smart features. Smart background removal, noise reduction, high quality AI tracking, and so on. The main trump card of Movavi video editor is the variety of ready-made effects, transitions, text animations, overlay effects. There are so many of them in one subscription that you can easily create absolutely any video on any topic, all without spending a single second on manually creating animations. Movavi Video Editor is the most straightforward, user-friendly, and convenient video editor that has already saved me countless hours and nerves. And now the most interesting part. Get ready to have your mind blown, folks. Movavi's got a deal that's too good to pass up. An 80% discount on all the the apps in an amazing Movavi Unlimited plan. That's right, you heard me, 80% off, so don't wait, hit the link and get yourself the ultimate video editing and production experience at a price you won't believe. Trust me, this is one offer you don't want to miss. So let's answer the main question. What shoots better videos, the iPhone 15 Pro or a camera? As much as I would like to give you a simple answer to this question, it's a bit more complicated. So here is my slightly more complicated answer. If you're willing to teach yourself about all the little knobs, buttons, and parameters of the shot and have tons of room for creative growth, then the camera shoots better. But if shooting for you is something that should be simple and fast, then the iPhone is the clear winner. All the previous iPhone models were good at shooting video, but the iPhone 15 Pro this year completely changed the game. And all thanks to one single feature, shooting video in log. Log is a color space that contains maximum information about the color, which gives much more freedom for color grading. This feature is new for phones, but for cameras, it is a given at this point. Well, interestingly, in this mode, most of the image processing and enhancement algorithms on the iPhone 15 Pro do not work. Therefore, it is possible to get rid of such stereotypical traits as over-sharpening or flat faces. Shooting in log allows you to unleash the true potential of the iPhone sensor, and at the same time does not limit you in post-production. Everything is the same as with large cameras. LUTs, color grading, etc. If you know how to set up the light and the object in the shot and then correctly color grade the video, then the iPhone can output a video as good as a professional camera. Now, believe me, I intentionally mentioned lighting and framing. You need to understand that the sensor in the iPhone 15 Pro is much smaller than the sensor in any camera, any semi-professional camera even. And this brings its own limitations. In order for the small iPhone sensor to output a high-quality image, it is absolutely crucial to have good lighting. If the shot is dark, the video will be noisy. In addition, the iPhone sensor is slightly limiting in terms of creative shooting. For example, it is almost impossible to make a high-quality focus pull on an iPhone because the video will simply fall apart and get super noisy. In addition, the small sensor does not allow for high-quality background blur. It will always be worse on the iPhone 15 Pro than on a normal camera. Of course, if you mostly plan to shoot nature, landscapes, or cities, you don't need a blurred background. Yet, if you plan to shoot your face in a studio or do close-ups on something, then a cinematically blurred background will be very, very welcomed. I think it is impossible to say whether the iPhone 15 Pro or a camera is better. The choice directly depends on the type of content you are planning or already are creating. But a camera that you already have does not limit you in choosing the type of content. In the end, it is up to you to decide what is better for you, an iPhone or a professional camera. I believe that you can always start with an iPhone, and if there is a need, you can always sell it and buy a normal camera, well, a more professional camera. After all, if you're just starting a YouTube channel, you most likely don't want to spend hours figuring out the camera settings, exposure, white balance, and so on. You want to take out a camera, quickly shoot what you need, throw it on the editing table, and get a video in hours. Only with an iPhone can you do that without knowledge and skills, and with any smartphone for that matter. You actually might be one of those people who don't need an expensive camera in the end. I know many people who shoot all their videos on an iPhone and have been doing it for years without feeling the need to buy a full-size camera. Plus, let's not forget about the costs. The iPhone 15 Pro costs around $1,000 and does not require any additional equipment. For that kind of money, you can buy at most a 5 or 10-year-old camera with a couple of used lenses. Such an old camera will have worse stabilization, lower resolution, and a huge number of compromises that you will have to deal with. And any new camera with new good lenses will cost much more than the cost of an iPhone. So here's my advice. If you're just starting out and don't want to invest significantly in your channel, the iPhone 15 Pro will be more than enough. If you ever feel the need, then buy a camera. If not, you're gonna save yourself a lot of dough. And if you know how a camera works and plan to shoot the best videos regardless of the channel's success, then you can afford more professional equipment. Whatever you choose, you can always make creating videos faster by simply editing them in Movavi Video Editor. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.